Hello, welcome back to some Hollow Knight. It's been a moment, not long, a moment, long enough to recover, long enough to remember, long enough to forget, but not long enough to forgive. Boy, do I not have forgiveness in me for these individuals, as I should know. And we're back to killing them until they kill me. Over and over and over again. At the end of the day, what more is there to life? Well, guess there could be survival, but you know, that's overrated, you know? Oh boy. Hello, Lost Kin. Did you miss me? Hey bro, you missed me. Yeah, quote from the Mortal Kombat movie. I've heard that people think it's ridiculous, but it's also funny ridiculous, which is always a good kind of ridiculous in my opinion. I mean, it's also funny when, or it's also nice when something is ridiculously bad, but then there's always the kind of sense of like, you know, kind of feel a bit bad for it because, like, I mean, just, like, they're trying so hard to be taken seriously, but you just can't. But yeah, it's in a moment. I think it's just fine for, you know, kind of get back to this. Like, it's not like I, you know, took a break because I was getting fed up with it. I took a break because I want to make sure I don't get fed up with it. And I will one day be able to complete the grind. Naturally, that day may never come. And I've made peace with that fact a long time ago. And especially now that I took a week break and I'm feeling, you know, I mean, I took a longer than a week break from this game. And I'm feeling perfectly fine playing it again. Naturally, I might change style opinion depending how badly this goes, but you know. It is a nice experience though, like, especially considering the kind of stuff I've been playing in the meantime. They'd be so story heavy. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, Hollow Knight is very story heavy. I'm just very bad with the story, so it doesn't feel that heavy. And also right now I am to a large degree kind of done with the story. I think maybe not all aspects of it, like the Pantheon thing still goes on, and then there's one last flower I need to deliver. Okay, but I think one of the main reasons I actually really like coming back to this is because I haven't been able to talk my nonsense while playing. For example, while playing Hollow Knight. This is Hollow Knight. This is Patrick. But the like Homebody is the kind of game that just, like, considering it's a very strict timer and you need to like constantly doing shit, and you know, Zongo Nunu is a completely story-driven game, and you are literally not given a chance to talk while, you know, Nunu talks, or Willem talks, or Braum talks, or, you know, the whole fucking, you know, mythology of, you know, Freljord talks. And now don't get me wrong, I am still excited to get the very ending of that game as soon as the fucking patch comes in. But in the meantime, I'm doing this, and you know, in the naturally in the traditional manner of, you know, me playing Hollow Knight, I was thinking that I'll go back to talking about the same stuff I was, you know, last time. I think I'm not sure if it was last time or the time before that, but that was around the time the Spider-Man 2 came out, and now I know that if somebody was watching then, they will probably remember that I talked about how many people are, you know, have a problem with the fact that there's a black Spider-Man, you know, Miles Morales, and which, by the way, is a very standard in Spider-Man, you know, chronicles, or, you know, the series. Like, Miles Morales, a long time standing, you know, Spider-Man character, and he's always supposed to be like a, you know, he's, I don't know the new game. I still have not watched it because I watched Miles Morales and then I'd be stuck watching Lies of P. Dear God, I have less than an hour left on a 10-hour-long video of, you know, on Starbuck playing Lies of P. Seems that I do have to say, I think I said something about it earlier, how it's not something that I probably be playing. I'm not sure if that is actually true anymore. I mean, I think as a I'm not gonna be playing it for the moment because, you know, it's an expensive game, and also it seems to be a rather short game, which I feel like I'm making the right decision with. Like, I'm not paying $60 for a bit over 20 hours of content. Like, I'm not saying that's bad, considering there are games that, you know, I guess, for example, Song of Nunu was about 7 hours, give or take. Depends if you count the time that I spent trying to get the ending when the games get freezing. But oh wow, he dodged. It's Neo. Neo, you put on a little bit of weight. Ow. Not judging though. Oh, I am judging that though. Almost died there. But just gotta do that thing too. You know, that thing. That very thing, you know. Any moment now. Now he just bugged out me after all. But like, yeah. What was I talking about? I no longer remember. Anyways, I think my main point stands that, you know, people are still very upset about the whole Spider-Man thing. And I'm not done talking about it. I won't be for a moment. Because, in fact, some of the wilder opinions I've heard has been that, you know, to recap a bit. So, no, actually, I think I already recapped it pretty well. People are just upset that, you know, black people and, you know, and with people I naturally mean, you know, gamers. That specific kind of gamers. And, ow, really? You do that? I thought about just not doing that. Like, you know, just for fun. Okay, there we go. But yeah, so people are upset. You know, bunch of, you know, dominantly white and presumably quite lonely and deranged males sitting. I don't know, honestly. I couldn't give an age estimation if I tried. Just the way I see it is that it could literally be any type of, you know, anywhere, you know, between. It could be teens, could be, you know, older than that, could be way older than that even. And point being that they these people are largely racist and maybe fascist and, you know, all that kind of, you know, that fun stuff that you really like to see in people. Not really. I think it's terrible how, you know, like, how vast majority of people are just that dumb. Okay, vast majority of people are dumb. I feel like that is a statement that I'm not even, you know, exaggerating with. However, like, there's just some, it's a good chunk of the gamer community is, you know, like that. And I get that it stems a lot from the whole, you know, superiority complex that these people gain from the fact that they used to be the dominant force in the gaming industry, or in the gaming, well, like they used to be the target audience, and they were the, I fucked up. They were the, you know, they were pretty much all the rage back in the days in the gaming, or the gaming world. Just, they were, you know, somehow gaming just, you know, appealed to nerds, and also I guess nerds was kind of a term for people that were really into the gaming and like that, or computer stuff. I still don't know the difference between geek and nerd. But all right, buddy, could you let me? Oh well, no. That's a no.
Bill, mine.
But yeah, so there's a very unfortunate trend amongst, you know, gamers that I greatly dislike, and I feel like anybody within reason should be concerned about this, you know, trend. I think I one time was trying to talk about how what one can do to combat such behavior. Naturally, I don't think a single person can make too much of a difference. One of the bigger problems, or one of the bigger things one can do though, is to be supportive of people that, or, you know, is to try to encourage people that fall into this, you know, a rabbit hole of, you know, like extremist thinking about, like, you know, how like especially these, you know, impressionable young men. Like, it doesn't happen for no reason. It happens because that's how. Sometimes, you know, that's the only thing they know. That's the only thing they can come up with. Like, what am I supposed to do with my life if not be hateful? Like, life is confusing and nobody's, you know, helping. So, you know, because of the whole toxic masculinity thing.
Bill, mine.
So, so that's like a big thing with these people that like. Now, I'm not one to say that somebody would be beyond salvation. I think you know, honorable to think that, you know, everybody can be saved. It's just that some people just are a lot harder to save than others.
Bill, mine.
Especially these kind of people just kind of struggle from the fact that like especially older people in this, you know, category that have already spent just their life hating people and hating things, just being angry overall. It's very difficult
They
to
are mine.
change their opinion, but I'm still not saying that one should swap on them like that. Because they were, you know, just because society gave up on them, you know, once, you know, doesn't mean that you need to do that. That needs to be done over and over again. I think it's important to, you know, like, keep trying, you know, the good fight. Like at the point where, you know,
Sorrow.
this is bad. At the point where nobody ever cares, that is when the fight's truly lost.
Mine.
That's why I greatly encourage people to, like, that's why it's, but like, still, like, preventive measures are always the best measures, in my opinion. Like, if there's no problem to begin with, you know, then there's no problem. And you don't need to deal with it. You don't need to solve it. Just, you know, be kind to everybody and, you know, be open-minded to, you know, assist people even that, like... I guess it's like a... Like, I understand how... Oh, wow. How, like, this kind of situation comes to be. Because, like, these people just don't have anywhere else to really, or like, you know, it's so easy to think that people that, you know, that are not the main group that is being oppressed, are they, when you start categorizing people as oppressed and non-oppressed, that creates a problem of its own. Like, for example, this, that then, you know, that really divides people. Like, I get that your intention is here to, you know, focus on people that need help, because they are the ones that, people that need help naturally are the ones that, you know, need it. But doesn't mean that you should, you know, completely, like, that you should somehow treat those that do not need it any less. Because then, all of a sudden, these people become outcasts. All of a sudden, they have problems. But then when you think that, you know, these people simply cannot have problems, you're really playing into a rather dangerous, you know, concept where these people will, you know, easily start to think that, you know, there's something wrong with them. But if no, and then they will think that, well, what can I do to, you know, not be wrong? And in those situations, quick and easy answers actually are very appealing, which is what exactly the lot of these, you know, alpha male, sigma male, you know, kind of stuff. I know this is ironic considering my stream notification is literally, you know, but I mean, it's a, you know, naturally serious. I don't think that me doing this makes me any better than anybody else, you know. Just because I try the absolutely hardest, you know, thing in the game. Probably, I shouldn't say that without actually knowing for a fact. But I can't really think of what could be harder than this. And I'm meaning overall as a concept of, you know, like doing a Pantheon run. Okay, I fucked up. I fucked up again. I'm, by the way, absolutely convinced that if you get unlucky enough with this, you might literally be stuck in a situation where you cannot avoid the attack. But I feel like that's actually a problem with a couple of the bosses in this game. And it's fine, like, getting hit here and there is fine, but like, in Pantheon it's just a bit problematic because you know you all of a sudden you're limited to a very strict health pool, and then you're like, oh well, shit. Oh, I thought they were actually gonna. I thought they were gonna be hostile towards me. Turns out they were just kind of little roly-polies. Oh how. Oh how have I judged you people or roly-polies? I don't know. Can I call you people? They're kind of bugs. Kind of bugging me right now. Okay, so I actually have something. I think I'm completely derailed of the my original topic. Actually, I'm gonna go back to it just because I want to. I have things I want to say about it still. So yeah. I think I talked a good bit about the whole, you know, actually these are serious topics that I think that, you know, people should not, you know, too easily disregard. What are you guys gonna do? But still, I'll be talking about this again, you know, the whole, you know, most men versus society, the gamers that don't quite know what the fuck they're doing with their lives. And how, you know, while it's you can, by all means, and actually, I greatly advise, you know, judging people that are racist and people that, you know, are harassing people online. Because I actually, there was this one post, so, now I've said this a couple times, that I used to play a lot For Honor. I'm currently taking a break from the game. But, is that the last? Yeah, okay, these are the last. Oh, fuck. What the fuck? But on the For Honor subreddit, there's this very troublesome post, which was about, in For Honor you can customize you can create your own emblem. I've talked about this before, but the thing is, you can create your own emblem using, you know, basic shapes. Much like in Armored Core 6, the Fires of Rubicon, a similar kind of thing. I don't know if that's relatable to anyone, but I know that that was a very popular game just like a month or two ago. So maybe I'm desperately trying to, you know, appear hip, and I'm not, and I know that. But the idea is that there's technically very little, like, the shapes are rather limited, but you know, there's a lot. You can actually do surprisingly. Oh my god, I'm getting hit by the easiest hit to avoid, or easiest move to avoid. Like very basic shapes you can do quite a lot. And so, you know, there are naturally creative people that, you know, do a lot of things with these. And one of the worst parts are when there are, you know, like, well, swastikas or other hateful things. And one of those hateful, and, you know, sometimes there are, you know, group of people that do this. I am playing so bad right now, I'm so sorry. And the so the post I saw was a somebody complaining about people that had like a anti-LGBT. I think it was it was like a it was a trans flag crossed out. That was the that was all there was to it. On two people, like two players in the same team, so they were clearly friends, you know, doing the same thing. there are two people that have that same emblem. And, so the post was complaining about these people. Because also they played like, they were like very unpleasant to play against overall. Like, they were just, you know, trying to make the experiences as miserable as possible for everybody else in the game. And the post was talking about how they think that it's a how they think it's crazy that this kind of stuff is allowed in the game. Naturally, if you report the emblem or you report the player with like that kind of an emblem, they will normally get punished. Like or they're forced to. I don't think they actually get punished because the game is not very active right now, and I don't think they're like moderating it too well. But at least you get a like you're forced to change your emblem. And now naturally this is not gonna stop these, you know, hateful people from just putting a new, you know, emblem of a similar caliber on their profile. But I mean, at least it, you know, inconvenienced them a little bit, so that's always better than nothing. But yeah, the sorry, pardon me. Come the fuck on, man. But yeah, so the post was complaining about these people that had these emblems. And there was an overwhelming amount of people. Or, okay, not overwhelming, like, but it was clearly the subreddit's opinion was that they were overreacting. They were saying that, like, why is this kind of hateful content, you know, allowed in the game? Like, why is it possible for these people to, you know, show this kind of content? That, you know, like, why are these people not getting banned? Because clearly they're being hateful. Somehow the subreddit was like, you're all reacting, you don't need to, like, I'm not saying everybody on it. There were naturally people defending the poster, or the original poster. And I was happy to see that, but the majority votes were, you know, naturally, which happens a lot of time on, you know, social media sites that are, you know, like active, you know, like have voting as an option on the content, and again, but like, anyways, so people were saying that they were overreacting, and I can't for the life of me think why would anybody say that. As if people were like super adamant, no, I mean, it's not a big deal. Like, unless you really want to make it, like, why would you make it such a big deal when it actually is a big deal? And what was really funny about those people that were actually, you know, defending the, like, they said they were making like the dumbest of claims about it, like how, like, oh, I mean, like, these people are not doing it seriously. They're just, you know, getting trying to get you riled up about it. And ironically, they actually use the term, we are just trying to, you know, we're just trolling. We're not, you know, actually intending to be hateful. And it's so ironic that they just straight out called themselves out. As actually being part of the problem. Okay, what do you have?
Show reverence, O meager one. Show fear, though approacheth a great and terrible God. Though its worldly body be bound and defiled, the glory of its pure form endures. Ruler of this pantheon, its endless power shall attune us to the one greater still, a God of gods. Meager one, dost thou imagine thyself the equal of this God? Dost thou imagine thyself made in its image? Thou assume a similar shape, and the deep echo within thee seems familiar. Oh, what thoughts are these? Those so blasphemies in our mind, wretch! Begone, we pray that the God of nothingness silence thee forever.
So, if I nail you.
O bound one, thy silence nearly deafens us. Foolishly we feared thee, yet only by thine providence shall we find the one we seek, the God sleeping within.
Ding dong. But yeah, so... oh shit! Hey. Oh. Oh! Pure vessel? Is that like pure vodka? I can't heal up. I actually can't heal up. Wow! Okay, well, I've seen that now. I forgot I didn't have the soul to heal up. I don't know what I was thinking. I thought I had enough. I didn't know. Wow! Oh my god. That fight seems fucking intense. Oh well, back for more tries. Oh boy, here I go killing again. But yeah, so, what was I saying? Yes, I was saying about how, like, yeah, I, for a moment, expected that they would just have the same moves, you know, as, you know, Hollow Knight, but alas, I was very wrong. Wow, we met mid-flight. That's a Mile High Club, right? You're a bitch. Damn it. Okay, my bad. Should not have tried to heal there, I guess. My bad, should have predicted how the enemy was gonna play. Well, I mean, I now know what the end is, and that apparently is the very top of the Pantheon. And I'm actually very happy I made it there. Because I think I'm actually a lot more confident now on how I'm supposed to fight pretty much every fight. Shield guy is still a bitch. But, you know, he can't change who he is. But yeah, I was supposed to finish what I was talking about. Yeah, so by all means, I think that it is a problem to have, you know, people, like the thing is, I don't see an overreaction to any degree that, you know, having, like, you know, how would I say, having hateful, you know, content be allowed. Like, having hateful content be allowed is a terrible thing overall. Because, like, if you let it exist, it means that, you know, there'll be more. And what reason do you have to, like, you shouldn't draw the line at, you know, like, oh, I mean, only if it gets, like, super, like, if it gets super personal, you know, only then, you know, you should do something about it. Like, that's not how that shit works. Like, you need to root it out completely. And one of the worst things actually on the post, now I just remembered, was the... so there was somebody that said that they're a trans woman, and they find this kind of stuff, you know, very bothersome, or that they find it deeply, you know, disturbing to have this kind of content be allowed to any degree, that it's not an over exaggeration. And so some of the people on the subreddit were like saying that they were still overreacting, and then they tried to, you know, appeal to the fact that like they know what it's like they literally need to face, you know, transphobia and other that kind of stuff, you know, consistently. And so they thought that it was a bit unfair for the people that clearly didn't really know what they were talking about to, you know, make claims, trying to argue against people that actually do know what they're talking about. And then some of the people there were insisting on the fact that like, no, I mean, you're just making, like, you know, that like you're once again trying to, you know, you're trying to play the you're trying to, you know, guilt trip us, you know, like saying that, oh, we don't know what you're talking about because we are not part of a specific group. And it's like, what the, like, no, that's not what they were doing at all. They were just trying to, you know, keep, like, there's a reason why only trans people experience transphobia. Or suffer from transphobia, I guess you could say. Like, suffer from transphobia. Experiencing, I feel like, is, you know, makes it sound like, you know, I think that it's a disease of a kind. Disease of the mind to, you know, be dumb enough to think that, you know, there's something wrong with somebody just because of who they are. So I think it's silly to think that, you know, like, and I get that these people, I'm pretty sure that these people were not, you know, doing that out of, you know, just stupidity. I think those people were actually intentionally trying to be, you know, play the victim card there, being like, oh, I mean, you're once again you're marginalizing us, you know, because we can't relate to your problems that we do not experience. So naturally, so you think that, you know, you understand this thing better than us. Like that's so, you know, hurtful towards. It's like they were literally, they were crying about a non-issue when somebody was trying to complain about a real world issue. You know, that they were talking about how, like, you know, how they know from experience that the people that do this kind of stuff do not see them as humans. They don't see them as, you know, living beings. They don't respect them in the slightest, which is why, you know, it makes them feel very uncomfortable to see, you know, transphobic content online, especially when it's encouraged, or not, like, especially when it's encouraged, and even when it's, you know, just not punished, because it should not be allowed to begin with. Like, there is no reason for it to exist in a fair and logical world where they would be welcome. So it's terrible to think that, like, the that people go to such lengths to just try to, you know, undermine the real struggles of real people. Like, I get that stems from the problem. They don't think that they are real people. It's the type of assholes that will think that, you know, like, oh, I mean, I'm not trans, so, like, I'm comfortable with who I am, with my, you know, biological gender, so, you know, naturally everybody else should be too, right? Like, it really is just a bunch of, you know, very uneducated bastards trying to make the worst arguments for the worst reasons. And I think it's terrible that, like, especially it was terrible seeing in a subreddit for a game. I get that it's a fighting game, and those have fighting game fan bases are normally very, you know, they're very bipolar, how would I say? But it's I don't know if that's the right way to say it, but they normally vary greatly from one end to the other. Where there's like, you know, they're either very, you know, kind and, you know, respectful and very welcoming to all people, or then they're the fucking worst people imaginable. And I was terrible. I was greatly upset to find out that For Honor apparently has a lot of those guns. Considering it's a game literally about respecting, you know, different kind of cultures. It's about, you know, showing how different kind of people have, how, you know, regardless of your, you know, gender, race, origin, you can still have really badass weapons and, you know, absolutely kick ass. So, I don't know, I guess it's just like, I get that, you know, hateful people are not known for their media literacy. That they are very bad at, you know, actually understanding what they, you know, consume. And also, they're very stubborn. Like, for example, another fighting game, actually, as an example. I think I talked about this, but there's in Guilty Gears. Guilty Gear Strive, I think. Or I think it's a Guilty Gears universe overall. There's this trans character, Bridget. Like, the thing is, so it's like a long, the series has been around for long, so naturally there's a lot of lore for it and like that. So a lot of the characters have existed for a good while, Bridget being one of them, at least to my knowledge. And now I don't know the lore too well. Like, I should not be trusted on the lore part of things, but all I know is that Bridget has a very complicated background. That they were born a male. I think that's how it goes, right? God, sorry, it's been a while since I read this, so I might miss. And also, I don't know the character. I have not played that character, and I don't know much about them. But so I think they were born a male, and then later on became female. For reasons that I really don't think I can remember too well or explain too well. But it was like a whole lore thingy, apparently. So it was strange that the Guilty Gears community, or at least certain fanboys in it, I know that it actually has a lot of very, very kind and very welcoming people. Like, overall, I think the people that are actually into the game are more than happy to, you know, welcome anybody in it. Okay, I messed up. I messed up again. So, it was weird seeing a lot of people be that upset about Bridget. Or, you know, specifically saying how Bridget literally cannot be, like, they were claiming that Bridget cannot be female. That, you know, that it's a Japanese game, so they wouldn't have a trans character. So naturally he would be, so you know, she would be a he. And this went on so long that even the fucking creator of the writer of the game joined in and straight up made the claim that, like, yeah, she's female, she's trans, she's a trans woman. Like, it's not that difficult to understand. Because, like, apparently it got to the point where, you know, like, people... Actually, I think that's when it got to the point where people were, like, actually sending, like, death threats and like that, you know, to the studio or something like that. Oh yeah, no, actually, it was because some of the people working on the game, made the claim that, like, yeah, I mean, Bridget is a she. She's a woman. Okay, I don't know why I was doing there, but what I did was very stupid. What I'm doing right now is very stupid. But yeah, so... And then eventually, the main writer of the character stepped in and made and just sell the score for you know, for good, saying that, like, yeah, Richard is a she. They intend to be a trans character. They believe in the right for trans people to exist, and they want to, you know, show that in their game, which I think was great that they did that. Like, I might not be remembering all the details right, but this is anyways how it kind of transpired, and it was, I don't know. It was just strange. It's like the whole, because there are still people, and I'm serious about this, there are still people convinced about the fact that, like, oh yeah, that's not true. Like, you know, a Japanese game could never have, you know, LGBTQ plus characters in it. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. These people are so fucking stubborn that I sometimes just can't deal with them.
Bill, mine.
But, but yeah, the but yeah, so I think, sorry, what's that, Alan? I kinda got distracted by this fella.
Mine.
But yeah, so I think it's very good that we have, you know, like, I think it's always wonderful when we had trans representation, you know, in games. I don't think that was my main point, but that is still a point that I stand with. Overall, just very high variety of representation of all people. I think that's just important, and I think it's crazy that people have such a big problem comprehending such a simple, you know, concept. I think that's kind of all I really have to say about the whole For Honor subreddit situation, at least. It's just very upsetting to see that. Honestly, I remember when they released the, I've talked about this on stream before, but when they released the, Egyptian, you know, character to the game, who's, you know, who was the first character who, by default, was black, because, you know, historically, you know, because they literally are from Egypt. So it makes perfect sense. And they were just just a bunch of man babies having tantrum over video game characters, you know, having people that, you know, they cannot relate to too well. And also, like, that's another topic that I just don't understand. I can't wrap my head around the concept that, like, with how much white male representation there is, you know, in media, when is it enough? Like, how are these people saying that, like, oh, I mean, like, why do we, like, why do I need to play as a woman in this game, or why is there a black man in this game, or, you know, why is everybody not straight? And it's just, I don't understand it. Like, absolutely baffles me. That they're this needy people that... you know, I guess the really funny thing about it is the fact that they're upset that these people have... Like, it's not that, like, they make the claim that, like, oh, I mean, like, why do they need to have representation to, you know, whichever demographic that I am a part of, instead of, you know, just giving me more representation again. And it's like, why do you, like, why not? Like, what is it out of from your life that, you know, I don't know. It's honestly feels like for people like this, the mere concept that black people exist is a some kind of a crime. And that's this loops back to the whole, you know, Spider-Man 2 thing. A lot of really wonky opinions from that side of the spectrum, and it was the worst part being though, I don't like to call out names, but like Asmongold is a rather popular streamer. I'm literally talking like one of the biggest ones on Twitch. So I don't personally consume their, you know, content, so the fuck do I know about them? But all I know is that I've seen clips of, you know, well, okay, to play the devil's advocate, I have not seen the clip myself. So maybe there is more to it that I'm simply not aware of. However, the clip I have heard about involves him talking about how they made Spanish woke in, you know, the new Spider-Man game. Because they used words that apparently, you know, they use gender-neutral words in the Spanish in the game. Which, according to you know, Spanish-speaking people, it's not wrong. Like, it was not done wrong. Like, it was just a rather, like, a choice for clarity. So it's... So it's really crazy to see, like, actually big names make that kind of claims. Or, like, say that kind of stuff. Because, like, these people have actual audience. They have actually people that, like, listen to them and will cling on to these. Especially when that's not their gimmick. Their gimmick is not to be, you know, a white nationalist. People watch them for their, you know, gameplay content and, like, whatever. I think it's most, World of Warcraft stuff anyways that he does. So, like, it's not... So, it's not really my, you know, expertise, what he talks about normally. But it still bothers me that... somehow it bothers me more than the fact that, you know, there are channels that are dedicated for the, spewing hateful content. Which, by the way, in terms, when talking about the new Spider-Man game, there's this... even though it's a very hateful video, I have not watched it, but to my understanding, the original design was done for, you know, somebody that, you know, for somebody to complain about wokeness and like that. This is absolutely a wonderful thumbnail with Venom from the new Spider-Man game having a pride flag on their background, and then just, you know, this very, like, white font, and then just gay being written in white font in front of them. And I think it's really funny because it's like, alone, it looks really silly. Yeah, I mean, like, it literally is just, you know, trying to, like, the one thing about that I find funny is that, like, those are like these people are. I can with rather high confidence say that these people are mostly motivated by just money. That they're not maybe even that high believers of this kind of stuff. At least at first, I guess. But they just know that there's a lot of people that will, you know, buy into this shit, and they want to attract attention with it. And like that's just, you know, grifter. Those are just people like they're no better than just snake oil sellers, you know, from the good old days. Which, like, it's still bad that they exist, but like those people are always gonna exist. The real problem, in my opinion, is the people that are not, you know, it's the people that are not meant to be, you know, that are not known for, you know, voicing these opinions, and then they all of a sudden the opinions that they just like they can just be completely your complete average, you know, let's play, you know, streamer or like that. And then all of a sudden they're like, oh yeah, did you guys know that, you know, black people contribute to, you know, 38% of, you know, crimes in the United States or something. Right? By the way, that is a false. The statistic that has been thrown around about, you know, black people committing a lot of crimes is, by the way, false. And I'm using that only as an example because that's a real thing that people at one point were pulling out. Like, oh, did you know that according to statistics, you know, minorities are responsible for, you know, most crime, despite them being minorities, and like that, all that shit is bullshit. They're not real statistics. Or either, if there's any realism to it, they're, you know, taken out of context. They're like, oh, it's from this, you know, group, it's from this area, or like, you know, yeah, you know, in a neighborhood full of cats, somehow cats are responsible for most of their property damage, huh? Who would have thought? Like, I guess, you know, cats are just, you know, naturally hateful and destructive creatures, which they can be. I'm not denying that about cats though, but that's a different thing. It's still the same idea, but like, like, you nitpick facts and, you know, you try to twist, you know. It's like those people that are super into, you know, like, taking parts out of the Bible whenever it suits them, but, you know, they will ignore every part that does not support their, you know, view. They're like, no, that's not real. And then when you literally point it out from the Bible, they're like, no, that's not real, but it's the Bible. No, not my Bible. That's not my Jesus. And like, it's I don't know, like, I get that it's kind of, you know, to a large degree, it's a futile effort to try to, you know, change these people's opinions. But at the end of the day, you need to, you know, like, I think just staying quiet. It's the same thing with the whole, you know, transphobia in, you know, video game music now. Like, you can't just, you know, let it be. You can't let it exist. Because even if, at the first, it's just, you know, like some emblems on some, you know, assholes, you know, profiles. Like, yeah, I mean, sure, that those emblems are not gonna, you know, go around and, you know, beat up, you know, trans people. I hope. But then when you, like, when you give these people the opportunity to, you know, keep that kind of shit up, it will just get worse. It will keep on getting worse. Until, you know, somebody finally does something to, you know, actually hurt somebody. Which is why I think it's completely fair to say that even, you know, that even, you know, just online, like, hateful content by default, is harmful. And everybody has right to feel, you know, hurt and insulted by its existence. Like, it's a, like, how would I say? Hate is a problem that needs to be rooted out from its, you know, that needs to be rooted out to actually, you know, deal with it. And, like, and you can't let it, you know, exist in any form if you actually intend to do something about it. Like, there's no justice in them. Especially, like, I don't know. I guess I just find it really strange that there are people that somehow, like, I get that if somebody is being unreasonable or something. Like, somebody complains about unnecessary things, you know, like Karen kind of stuff. Like, that's, like, yeah, like, if something is actually harmless, and somebody just keeps on complaining about it, yeah, then they're wrong. But when you can actually correlate a real problem to something, even if it is, you know, in an isolated instance, completely harmless, it's still, like, you know, like, I don't know. Just really, I don't know. It's been a lot of, like, I've been reading a lot of, there's been a lot of, you know, discussion about trans people online that I've seen. And it's, for example, this subreddit called r/egg in real life. It's very fascinating because it's like, you know, well, okay, that's a bit different. That might not be exactly, you know, relevant to this, but, you know, it's relevant, it's just not quite there. Like, it's fascinating to read those because, like, I have no insight on the world of, you know, trans people. I don't know what it's like. I can't, you know, relate to their problems a whole lot. So it's fascinating to hear about what their life is like. And, so yeah, I think it's just the, how do I say? Alright, yeah, I know. I think it's very fascinating to have that, you know, level of enrichment in, you know, one's, understanding of others. Alright, per vessel. Okay, that hits hard. I should not have tried healing. They can teleport, apparently. Well, I should have played more safe and actually looked at the moveset, but that guy... Okay. I need to be on the move, pretty much, is what I'm getting from that one. Overall, healing would have done nothing for me, so I don't know what I was thinking there. I was just reading, I guess. I think my best bet is honestly just to not worry about healing one bit. Like, yeah, I think so too. Like, one of the bigger problems I actually had, I feel like now, like, I mean, hindsight 2020. That's the only sight that ever has been 2020 for me. I think a big problem I had was that since especially after I died to the Soul Master, Soul Tyrant, my confidence was actually in shambles. Like I can with, you know, I can confidently say that like it was like absolutely at zero. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing at all, and I was worried that like I'm just gonna spend doing countless and countless of runs, never making any progress. That I'm just gonna get stuck here every time. And especially since it was a fight that I felt like I knew. It was a bit demoralizing, you know, just dying there a couple times and then be like, I mean, like... Like, I know that I only made it... It's been an hour and I've only made it to the... You know... Pure Vessel twice. But that's still a lot more progress than I, you know, made the last couple streams of, you know, Hollow Knight. So I think I'm, you know... Yes, my... Wait, shit, what are the Zod, you know, titles? Immortal, Invincible, fuck. If I would remember those by heart, I could use those in this instance, but like... Yes, exactly, the shreds. Shreds indeed. Like, it was a, like, Thank you. Yes, as I was saying, my, heart just get staggered. I have things to do. Yes, my invincible, fearless, sensual, mysterious, enchanting, vigorous, diligent, overwhelming, gorgeous, passionate, terrifying, beautiful, powerful confidence was absolutely broken. It was split in half, like the like my head after a long party with family members. Which is a reference to I get that sounds really weird out of context, but in the context of Hollow Knight, yeah, that just, you know, happened. But yeah, I honestly feel like I was feeling very like I'm not saying that it's not gonna happen again. Like by all means it's gonna happen again. And I apologize in advance. Yeah, you know, like Life Ender might not be that strong of a weapon against at least in the physical realm, but good God, does it do a lot of, you know, emotional damage? Emotional damage. Well, I mean, I don't deal well with compliments, but I appreciate that. I appreciate the faith. And I'm honestly, I mean, also, like, I actually had a rather nice day today. I actually had such a good day today that, I mean, wasn't all good, but that's just normal. But, like, I at one point, I was feeling so good, I made up a, I started thinking of absolutely terrible jokes that I'd be debating should I tell them on stream or not. And I was worried that I was gonna forget about them. Naturally, I did not. They've been at the back of my mind the whole time. But I'm just not sure if I should. well, I mean, that punctuality is debatable. But, other than that, you know, I mean, the lore, okay, now the lore thing I don't think is true still. I hope that someday I'll be able to change that. Okay, fella. Should not do that. Should kindly stop moving. Yeah, the interview actually happened. It was one of my favorite interviews I've ever had. It was one of the best interviews of all time I've had. I don't know how it went though. It was just fun. Which I don't know if that's good or bad side. Well, what are you betting? I don't know about that, but it was a... The weird thing is, it was a fun interview. Like, I can't say that, you know... Are you holding a bee, by any chance? Or petting a bee? Is that what this is? That's the only thing I can read from that, you know. But, like, I don't know if it went well, as in, like, oh, they're gonna think of hiring me, but I actually had a good time in the interview because the people were super nice. Like, they were generally very nice people. Like, they had a lot of questions for me, and I think I was answering them to a degree as well. And that's very, very good for the bee. Just make sure it don't sting. Or if it does, you know. I pray you're not, you know, gonna die, dude. But, but yeah, so it was actually a very, like, the people were surprisingly they're very chill and very friendly, and like, they seemed genuinely interested in, you know, what I was talking about. And they were so cool about the fact that, like, that it's most likely that I can't, you know, even if they would want me there, I probably can't, you know, work there because I have other things going at the same time. Oh no. This is bad. This is very bad. This is very bad. It's very bad. But like, how would I say? They were like super nice people, and they had a very chill attitude, and I mean, yeah, I know. Like, it was fascinating. We actually ended up talking about video games during the interview. Like, actually, like, not much. They most just asked, like, what games do I play? And like, it was a very casual interview, one would argue. Like, people were actually joking around and like, kind of relatable, kind of. How would I say? They were nerds, I guess is what I'm saying here. And oh no, I don't think the diving works on the White Defender. Not here, at least. Diving move does not work on the Pantheon. I think it works on normal White Defender, but it does not work on Pantheon. You see, the ground is actually made of dream, so you can't actually swimming in it. I mean, yeah, exactly. Like, I guess maybe someday, you know. Like, I don't think it's a kind of business that would really hire anyone. They think they're mostly working like internship kind of system. It's a very small one, so they just they technically, you know, work off of free labor. And considering how good they are to, like, how good of a thing it is for, you know, okay. I'm here talking about my life experience. You try to smack me with a swap of some sort. Sorry, I'm gonna be focusing a little bit right now because this guy actually this guy beats my ass. If I make a one wrong move and I'm dead, pretty much. Which, by the way, is no joke. Like, this guy will absolutely crush my ass. Yeah, I know, you're suffering. Oh fuck, I misclicked there. I think the Pantheon is just made of dream, and you can't really, you just can't dive into somebody else's dream. I think that's a simple explanation for, you know, why you can't do the why you can't pound him on the ground. I am a fucking moron. You know, I honestly think that, you know, the today's interview would have been one instance, probably the only instance in my whole life, where if I would have told them, yeah, I actually stream, they would have, I stream video games, they might have actually taken that as a benefit, or like a positive thing. Because they ask me if I do anything creative on my free time, but I just said that I sometimes, you know, practice Photoshop skills, but that's it. So I wasn't sure exactly what level. I think they were mostly talking about graphic kind of design stuff. So I wasn't really gonna, you know, open that, you know, Pandora's box about the whole streaming thing. At least there and then, but, you know, overall it was a very nice interview, and then I ended up walking a lot, catching a lot of Pokemons, and had a good time visiting some relatives and this might be too close. Well, like, yeah, so I was actually feeling pretty good, you know, by the time I ended my quite long walk. I mean, not that I walked that much, it's just that, you know, it was a long experience because it started early in the morning and then, you know, kept on going, like past midday. So I've had a good day, and I don't know what I should call it, but one could argue that I have material prepared for the stream that I'm still debating if I'm gonna go ahead and say. Like, I don't normally do this. It's just that I don't have any other instances say this and, or, you know, make jokes like this, and boy, do I hate myself for just thinking about it. Well, few things. But so I don't know how good my Sora impression, you know, from Kingdom Hearts is. I'm gonna assume not very. Okay, I'm getting myself stuck here. But I started thinking that Sora would be having a conversation that, you know, I don't know why I started thinking of this, but oh, I was not paying enough attention. Down here. But for some reason I started thinking of this for some, like, you know, earlier today, and I can't get it out of my head. Hey Goofy, what's your famous catchphrase?
Gosh, Sora.
Hey Goofy, what family of plants do pumpkins belong to?
Gosh, Sora.
Where was I going with this? Okay, I'm not saying the last. No, I'm not saying the last one. That is already unholy. I don't know why. I just started thinking of, you know, Goofy saying, you know, constantly different and different, you know, variations of Gorsh. Not as funny now that I say it, but, you know, especially after I explain it, but I'm confident enough without any fake laughter. It's not particularly funny, especially the way I set it up. I should have done a better groundwork for it. But, yeah, that's what I started thinking about. Gord Sora has been, for some reason, going around in my head for a lot today. I don't have an explanation for it. I wish I did. Hello, the beer cheeses. Nice to see you. It's not gonna go well. God. Oh wow. Oh shit. Why was that spawning thingies moving? Now I feel like I did not go to the unholy path quite yet. I had one more iteration left, but I don't think I can. I don't have the setup for it. Especially because I'm not that good with Kingdom Hearts lore to say if it would be an absolute sin for me to say it the way when I initially planned it. Why would you do that? I feel like I had a... This stream has been... This has been a very weird stream thus far. Like, I had first hour super serious stuff, and now I'm talking about, you know, Goofy. Which could be very serious as well, if society was ready for it. Actually, now I know. Now I know. Now I have the setup. Oh no. Oh no. I figured it out. Took me a moment, but now I have the setup. Oh no. I need to take a sip of drink first. Okay, I'm gonna say I'm sorry about this, but I'm so not sorry about this. Okay, Hey Goofy, what important right are the Republicans about to take away from women in America?
Of course, Sora.
I'm not sorry. As stupid as I feel. By the way, it is a serious issue, but, you know, I don't mean to make fun out of it. Okay. That is the most cursed way I've ever seen somebody write Goofy. Not the most cursed sentence I've ever, you know, seen Goofy mentioned, because, good God, the internet cannot simply take it, you know, easy with Goofy. And neither can I, apparently, but, you know. Oh my God. Okay, there we go. There we go. Almost there. Nice and steady. There we go. How dare they keep showing me pictures of their dead children or something without my, you know, permission. They need to be cancelled for that. God. Okay, I made a very crucial error right off the bat. This is gonna cost me the run, I feel. You know, I actually I don't remember, it was a while ago, I saw actually an example of Oh, fuck. I didn't react fast enough. I actually saw an example of somebody, you know... What was it? There was an example of somebody literally posting about... They were talking... They had an entire post about, it was like a longer discussion about something like... What was it? It was something really, like, stupid. I mean, the discussion itself wasn't stupid. It was just like some... It was... Was it some movie, some show, some, like, I saw a screenshot of a post where somebody was just talking about a movie or a show. And then another person just comes by to the, you know, I mean, it's on Tumblr. Like, another person just comes by to the, like, the discussion. And it's like, I don't like this show. Please stop, you know, please remove your post. And I was like, oh my god. Like, how? Why? How? How can anybody feel that that is something that they can just do? It was literally, like, I may be unhinged from time to time, but that was on a whole new level, even for me. Like, it's a new kind of unhinged as well. It's like... Like... I don't know what actually strung this to my mind, but it probably has something to do with the fact that I have literally not talked about the nonsense I normally talk about on streams for so long, which is, you know, 1.5 weeks, which is all so long. So I guess I have a whole bunch of, you know, my memory archives that are, you know, starting to finally, you know, restore themselves. And, so I'm starting to pull out just random posts. Random things I've seen. You see, the cricket plane ran out of gas mid-air, so now they naturally cannot land. Like, they're just stuck in the air for, you know, until somebody, you know, fills up the gas tank. The next flight has been postponed indefinitely. But not to worry, as soon as they find the floating gas station, everything should be fine. Like, I have very, you know, minor understanding of how airplanes work, but I think I got that one right. It would be really embarrassing if they, you know, ran out of gas before they lifted off. children out of my face. Okay, that's a statement. That's a statement and a half. Also, I don't know if they're their children. Sure is a lot of babies. But no, in this game, that would not be an over-exaggeration. Or it would not be that extreme. Oh boy, I just started... Man, I've had such a good streak a few days of not thinking about the Marm, and now all of a sudden he re-emerges into my mind. And this game does things, you know? I should clarify, not good things to one's brain. I don't know if I'll ever recover. Probably won't. But also, I had a good run. So, if this is how I'm gonna go, well. Could have been worse. Ow, what? That hit me? That hit me. Oh, fuck, God. Not necessarily last words, just, you know. Perhaps the person I once knew is no longer there. And it's just me. The new me. All that's left is just... It's just hollow. So I guess that would be a goodbye to my brain. And I am starting to struggle a bit. I should have probably taken a break, but I'm feeling good. I'm honestly, I don't... It's so strange to have a day like this. Or have a time like this. I'm just having a good time, I guess. I mean, not that I haven't been enjoying the previous streams, it's just that this is like the... Somehow, coming back to Hollow Knight. Yeah, I mean, like, it's a strange kind of, oh my god. Okay, wow, I don't know what the fuck I did there. Well, I know what I did there, I died. But it's like, how would I say? I am no longer... I'm not feeling like I'm bound to this, you know? Like, it's like those chains don't exist at all. That I'm just doing this for the sake of doing it. That I'm just, you know, having a good time, and you know, I'm just talking nonsense. I really want to complete this game, but I don't think I'm being fair to myself if I, you know, force myself to just play this with the whole streaming stuff. Like, it was taking a break. Honestly, felt great, and I know I'm reaching the end, so it feels sort of bad if I'm gonna start taking more breaks. But I think I might. I think I'm gonna, you know, I think the weekend only is just not. I mean, also like I'm gonna hopefully start working soon, so you know, then having a bit more of a just a mind off, wind off time is just a lot more, you know. It's gonna be even more important, so. I guess, I don't know. It's just like I'm not saying that I wasn't enjoying it, you know, earlier. It's just that I can definitely feel that I had a bit too much of a drive to beat the game, and it wasn't going as well as I, you know, was hoping for it. So it was kind of like I said, it was a bit demoralizing, the fact that I kept dying to the Soul Tyrant. Felt like I felt that I wasn't doing anything. I felt I wasn't accomplishing anything. So now I feel like I'm kind of, you know, like renewed. Like I feel like I have a completely new approach to this whole streaming thing. And I don't know, is it just the appreciation of, you know, starting to actually appreciate, you know, the time that I have right now available for this? Or is it just, you know, have I just grown as an individual? Yeah, you know, that kind of stuff. Because honestly, I started thinking today that, like, I don't even remember. I've been playing this game for so long that I don't even remember what characters did I give any voices to, what kind of voices they were, and can I even replicate them anymore? Like, I know that the voices I do are not very. I just want to do it because I want to do it. Like, that is something I do just for fun. And I know that it's not like anything. Like, first of all, I have no understanding or experience in, you know, any sort of, you know, voice acting or like that. So, like, doing characters is a bit bizarre to me. But it's something that I want to do. I want to try it. Give it a shot, try to, you know, because it's the more I do different kind of voices, the more I can actually feel that there is, like, yeah, like, because I've never, like, actually practiced singing. My voice is not meant for, you know, to be used, really. I have a perfect voice for a mirror, and maybe a mute film would have been more accurate, but I feel like that just takes it too serious, like too literally. I wanted to make it. Yeah, you know, that's the best I could come up with, you know, like how this I have a face for a radio kind of, you know, vibe of, you know, like what would it? Is there something that, like, a mute film would be the other one, but that's just a bit too on the nose, you know. Wow, I am just straight up screwing around, apparently, aren't I? Oh well. I had a couple of good runs today, considering it's the first day back with this, so it's not really a surprise if it doesn't go too well. Especially, like, I had so many good runs. I just need to not get into my head again. That is for me the rest of the stream. Is that actually a saying? I don't think I'm not sure if I actually heard it, but I figured that that would be the most, like, if there's one way to, like, put it to words, that would be it. But it was just a bit too on the nose, so I didn't quite like it. Yeah, you know, fair enough. I do think that would have probably been the, at the end of the day, that probably would have been the, best way to put it. So maybe maybe I should have just stuck with that one. But also, I didn't remember what they're called exactly. So, you know, I felt slightly embarrassed about that fact too. I'm so full of shame. For shame. Oh, baka! Doma, doma! Boing, boing, boing. Baka! Wait, I can do that? Oh my god! This changes everything! For the time being, at least. Yes, yes. The thunder awakens. The woolly bear awakens. That hit me? What? What? Oh no, that's my bad. Oh my god, I am struggling in ways I have not struggled before in this. Never mind, I had done that before. Doma. They're not gonna last for long anymore. I'm almost completely exhausted there. Stamina. So they need to go. Yeah, just take a little nap. Slurp up that, you know, god fountain from the god home. You know, what the fuck am I gonna do in this game after I beat this? If I ever beat this. I have things that I'm missing, I just don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do about them. Just go buy more rancid eggs. Is that the end game? I just buy a whole bunch of rancid eggs. No, I mean, yeah, but like... I mean it like gameplay-wise. Me being accomplished is not particularly entertaining. I just gotta be like, I did it. That's it. It's over. Do I just spend my retirement days in the pleasure house? Will I become one of those people? Probably not. I mean, I know I'm missing things still. I need the one more entry for the, you know, hunter thingy. I just don't know how I'm gonna get that. I don't know where I'm gonna get that. I don't know who I'm gonna get that from. I don't know when I'm gonna get that. Like, who do I need to kill? Just give me a name and I'll hunt them. Is it Zod? Better not be Zod. Oh, actually, I do have one thing. I can beat all the bosses in the God Home. That's actually a thing. Part of me kind of wishes that was not the case, but... Well, shit. Like, I guess I will figure, like... Those will unlock something. I don't know what that is, though. Like, I'm kind of... Oh, fucking Christ. Finally got hit. But, yeah, I guess I'm a bit at, like, it's not very essential yet, because naturally it's gonna take me taking me a bit still before I actually get that far. Bye, biatch. How's it going, biatch? Oh, fuck, the biatch is about to kill me. They hurt me, call them a biatch. No, no, no. It wasn't you I was calling a bitch. I was calling Zod a bitch. You understand, don't you? We all know who Zod is. You totally know who Zod is, right? This guy has no fucking clue, do they? Surely you heard of the Great Prince, right? My arch nemesis. My greatest rival.
Mine.
My future husband? Question mark? Alright, I guess, okay, the thing is, I'm not gonna marry him. I think that's the thing. Okay, I got myself stuck in an awkward position and, for a moment didn't really know what I was doing. Oh. Are you gonna roll at me? Roll at me! Come on! Kill me! Or, like, at least get me. Oh no. Wait, no. False alarm. False alarm. Okay, real alarm. Real alarm. Burglar alarm. Oh, fucking Christ. What the fuck are you guys doing? No, don't do that. Don't do that. It hurts. It hurts. Do you people not understand that when you kill me, it kills me? Boing, 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 boing. Boing, 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 boing. Boing! Boing. Oh. Hey, Goofy, what's that over in the distance? Horse, Sora? Sorry, I had to. I can't help you anymore. Also, my voice is so worn out right now after today. Like, I literally spent over an hour talking in the interview. And then I, you know, naturally talk with, you know, family members and, or a family member, actually. I don't know why I'm saying them, talking about them in plural. I can't, that's the best Goofy I can do. Any Goofy you can do is the best Goofy you can do. Oh boy. I just drink more, but I don't have a drink. Oh no. Oh no. Oh my god. Oh my god. Hey Goofy, what kind of car are you driving? Porsche, Sora. I'm afraid I'm gonna continue until Disney sues me. Hey Goofy, what band are you listening to? The Doors, Sora. Oh my god. What have I become? Hey, Goofy. Which mythology had Thor as the god of lightning?
Norse, Sora?
I don't. My lawyer has, told me not to answer to such accusations. This Goofy stuff is gonna go all over the board. I'm gonna fucking do it again. Did I say over the board? I think I meant overboard. The hell am I talking? I mean, I'm talking very goofy things right now. Oh god, it's spilling all over the board. Whatever are we gonna do? I don't know where that was going, and I don't want to know actually. The board of directors are gonna drown. They're covered in water. I was gonna say a lot of different kind of liquids there, and then I was like, nah, I'm not gonna go in. No matter which direction I take there, it's not gonna be a good direction. So I decided to not go anywhere with that. For once, I feel like I made a good decision this stream. I'm curious, do people just eventually become funny? Like, if they try hard enough, do they just become funny, or are people born funny? I'm still kind of waiting. Pardon me. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Stop running from me! Oh my god. Oh no. Certainly die! I'm dying! My cup is half full. Don't worry, your cup is only half empty. Nothing to worry about. I honestly think that I have exhausted all my, I must have exhausted all my brain capacity today at the interview. Like, I just like... The worst part is that I feel like my answers weren't even that good, but I don't know. People seem to have a good time during the interview, which is really what mattered the most to me, because I didn't think that that was gonna lead to anything anyway, so... I don't know. I am definitely suffering from a, severe brain juice drought or something like that. I don't know. I don't know how brains operate. I'm not a scientist. Neither were the people I talked to today. So I had to expect. Okay, one of them was a scientist. Then again, we're all scientists. Any moment now. That's the moment. Okay, that is already going bad. That's just a difficult thing to dodge. That's a very difficult thing to dodge as well. Oh, fuck. I need full health. Oh, fuck. I'm doing it again. I did it again. I fucked up the timing. It started. There's a written to it. It's a written to me, and I can't talk anymore. I can't go for another run anymore. It's quite late, and I should probably go rest. But man, I actually made quite far. Damn. Okay. I know what I was doing. I know what I was doing wrong now. I know why it wasn't working out last time. Why I kept dying there. There's a pattern. There's like a timing to the whole, you know, dash down thingy. Yeah, I'm gonna drink something, but like, I clearly was not respecting that. Like, you need to. I'm not quite sure what the timing is though. I think if you kind of fuck up the first dodge, you're just dead. Because then it's just gonna go on again. I mean, actually, I guess you have time to regroup. But yeah, it's like right after the dash, you need to do double dodges. I think I'll just get some peace of mind instead. And okay, now I need to say this because I'm damaged that way. This is a character flaw in me, and it's a flaw overall in me. But the only reason I responded to that with a peace of mind instead is that there's this Iron Maiden album called Peace of Mind, and it's probably considered to be one of their, you know, best albums of all time. You know, it's one of the original, you know, by 82, 83, and so. The cover art for that is Eddie in a straitjacket, chained to a wall, chained to like a mental asylum, like a padded, full-on, you know, padded room. And the reason why somebody's saying food for thought causes me to think of the album is because that was the original name of the album. That's what they were originally planning on going with. But instead, you know, somebody recommended, like, what about Peace of Mind? And that apparently was just a better choice for that. I have no reason why I said this. I have no justification for why I went on this tangent. However, there is something wrong with me, and I need to, you know, figure that out. But that's besides the point for the. Well, actually, no, that is exactly the point for that one. But it's not essential, is what I was supposed to say. That there can be many things wrong with me, and can be. Damn, that was the biggest lie I said today. I didn't really lie in the interview though. I was trying to stay as honest. Like, I don't know. I think I got a bit too friendly with the people. Like, I'm not saying that I got like overly friendly. It's just that I was just like, I normally don't, you know, I'm normally not that confident talking with people. Somehow it just that the fact that it was just a group of nerds that, you know, were actually like interested in having a conversation was, you know, very strange. I don't know though. Man, I have so much that I need to, you know, figure out, but That's nobody else's problem. So I'm just gonna skedaddle, skadoodle. Where is that from? That's from something. Well, what is that from? Damn. No, yes, maybe. I don't know. It's a good question. Like, I don't know what's good for me at this point. But I guess I'm on a journey, long journey to find that out. Man, it's so strange thinking like I keep seeing people. Okay, this is unrelated to a degree. But this is once again my brain just kind of trying to restart the whole Hollow Knight thing. It's cranking up all the old memories I've had related to Hollow Knight, and every possible tangent that I can think of is also somehow related to Hollow Knight. But it's so weird seeing people talk about how like age 27 is old, and sometimes I'm like, oh my god, I'm getting so old. But it's like, no, I'm not. I mean, yes, I am, but no, I'm not. I'm not that old yet. And even 27 is not old, and I'm not even there. I still have a few years in between. Like, I shouldn't worry about how old I am and where I am in life. Like, what? Why would I worry about that now? Like, sorry, this is just something I started thinking about today for some reason. I don't remember what it was anymore, but I think I saw somebody online discuss it. The thing is, I really need to cut off the amount of stuff I need to cut down my internet addiction a bit. Eventually, I don't know when I'm gonna get to that, but for the time being, at least, I need to spend less time on Reddit. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I don't know if I've said this before, but Dan Abingdon from Game Grumps and Danny Sexbang from Ninja Sex Party and Starbomb, actually, so I think he's he's 44, I think. And he started his career at 27, pretty much. He started making Ninja Sex Party at at the age of 27. That's when he was started, like, actually. Why would you be called decrepit? What could you possibly do that qualifies for such a response? But anyways, but yeah, so he's there actually is there's a great song by Ninja Sex Party. Oh, I see. Okay. Damn. But there's this great song called "Danny Don't You Know" by Ninja Sex Party, which actually tells about they have a great music video for that with a bunch of they have a they actually show Danny as a kid, like what he looked like, and he really did look like a your very very average 80s nerd. Also, they show Ninja Brian as a kid, who looked even more like a nerd. And I think it was really great that they did that kind of song. Like, but so Dan Abingdon recently, like a few months ago, in one of the Game Grumps episodes, actually said that that like he's 44 and he's sometimes amazed by just how old he is, but it's like it doesn't feel that old. And somebody once told him that, like, man, you're in your like I don't actually know if this was a line, if this joke is his original joke or is it from something else. But at least I remember him saying this, that somebody tells him that, like, man, you're already like in your like you're a middle-aged man, and his response is like, I hope I'm middle-aged, I hope that this is the halfway point. And like, I don't know, I guess it's just crazy to think that, like, I mean, I lived for 24 years, dangerously close to 25. And a year is simultaneously a very long time, but also a very short time. It's time is a really wonky thing. But like, I don't feel particularly stressed about my age in a way, and I don't think I have a reason to. And like, I don't know, it's different for different people, and I understand people that do, have problem with their, the fact that they age, because it's something that it is scary, and it's, inevitable. Like, I'll never be as young as I was just a second ago, and doesn't mean that I can be in a better shape than I was a second ago. There's actually a lot to improve in that, regard, but that's a different lifestyle altogether. That first will require me to actually, get off this chair eventually. But I don't know. It's so I just didn't mean to get stuck on this. It's just these are some of those things that are just really fascinating to talk about, and I think it's important for people to think about them as well. Like I'm not saying that people should be worrying about, like, oh my god, you're getting older and gonna die. Like, no, it doesn't really work that way. I mean, it works that way, but it's not something that one should really be. Yeah, I mean, exactly. Like, I think there's a very unrealistic image in media and like that, where it's like, oh, when you're in your 30s, you're super old already. Like, oh, you're not. Like, yeah, that's when you're an adult. That's when you're like in your 30s, you're only starting to be like the mature you. And by no means does life just end there. Life doesn't even end at 40. Life doesn't end at 50. It doesn't even end at 60. I mean, good God. I have relatives that are, in retirement age, and they're still, they're living life the way they want to, and they're seemingly enjoying it, having a good time and not really worrying about it. Like, it's like, I guess life ends only when you stop living it. I don't know where I've heard that line. I know that that's not an original certified Spinny DX quote, but I don't know. I guess it's just like, it's just one of those things that one shouldn't really worry too much about. There are a lot of things to worry about in life, and that's completely fine, but thinking about then again, this is also okay. This topic, I'm about to start talking about death, and I'm going to talk about the purpose of life, and those things I don't have time for right now. I really love talking about those things. I don't like nah. Like, I do hope that, like, my actual, message on the background, which is... Yeah, exactly. But I'm honestly just trying to... I guess I'm trying to have a positive spin to end the day, somehow. I don't know why. I guess I'm just... Yeah, I guess that's okay. I can't start talking about that now. I need to leave that for another day, but I'm gonna forget it if I leave it for another day. But I can't go into that topic right now because I actually want. That's another thing I want to talk about. I mean, yeah, I know. I guess that's what it is. I don't know. I guess it's just like I'm not saying that I would be miserable all the time. That's not the case, and that would be a lie, and that would be a false cry for help from my end if I would be saying statements like that. But the thing is, it's just that I guess it's just weird it just feels weird to have like a like I actually have good days, you know, here and there, like a lot of the time. I guess it's just hard to, you know, average days are just so, how would I say, there's something very weird about how average day, that it's not like, I mean, it's not specifically good, but it's not specifically bad, and that somehow just completely duels, at least for me, it's something that completely duels my, you know, like mood out. It's like, I mean, nothing's happening, so I'm just kind of breezing through time, and I don't know what I'm doing. But I feel like I don't appreciate it enough whenever I am feeling good, and I should definitely do that more. But I really should not get stuck talking about. I shouldn't go into whatever, I don't know. Does this qualify as philosophy or what? But like, I'm not qualified to do that, and I'm not qualified to do that. Sorry. Oh god, I am actually in need of, you know, I'm either in need of a hard reset for my brain, or then just a sledgehammer to the brain, which both could do the same thing, but you know, other one is a bit more to permanent solution, and maybe that's not the solution now. I should probably get a second opinion on that matter. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna go. I ended up talking about for like 12 or 14 or 15 minutes about something that I really didn't need to, but god, did I get into it when I started. Sorry, I really did not mean to, you know, take a whole different step to this, you know, stream's ending, but like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just left. You don't recommend a sledgehammer? Okay. Well, your second opinion has been duly noted and will be taken in consideration. Okay. Is it too expensive or would there be, or is it like? I get that you can just get bricks for free from outside. Like, did you know that the bricks that are just laying on the ground are, you can just take those home and, you know, keep them, and no, you can legally take those home and they can't do anything about that. I should know. I have 7,000 of them. But nah. I see. Now, what if I put pillow cushions on the bricks? Or what if I put a squeaky end at the sledgehammer? Like a squeaky toy at it, so that it makes a funny sound when I bonk my head with it. Would that solve the problem? Oh, no, I really need to quit. Sorry, I don't mean to get rambling. That's so unusual. No, I'm not gonna hit my head with anything other than whatever I hit it on, you know, regardless. I just have a hard time comprehending positive vibes, I guess. Alright, I don't know. I'm not gonna go into that right now. Thank you, everybody. This was wonderful. I can't wait to, you know, do this again tomorrow, and then I guess I'll go do it till the end of the week, like weekend, not end of the week, but like weekend. Then I'm gonna maybe play more Homebody because I wanna, you know, do that. But yeah, that's it for me. Yeah, I can't say more than just thank you. That's because, you know, that's the honest response to this whenever I quit a stream. Yeah. Bye, sis.